Good morning, students. So today we will be doing the last part of this chapter. So the topic that we will come across now is organized and unorganized sector. Now we can also clarify, or we can also differentiate these various activities in another way. What is the way? Like, there are some conditions, like how the workers are employed, what are the conditions of work, is there any rules and regulations in the work. Okay, so these are the various criteria by which we can classify the works or classify the sectors, okay, as organized and unorganized. So what did I say? So today we will be doing organized and unorganized sector. So we can classify the works as organized and unorganized on the basis of three conditions, like the type of work, the working conditions, and whether there are any rules and regulations in the work or not. Now suppose I will tell you to story. Okay, again I will take two examples. That is, suppose there is a worker C and a worker D. Worker C goes to office from Monday to Saturday, and worker C has got fixed time of work from morning 8:30 to evening 5:30 or till afternoon 2:30, anything. Okay, and worker C does not go to the office on Sunday. Sunday is a paid leave for worker C. Paid leave means the office will not cut his money, okay, because he is not coming on Sunday. So Sunday is a paid leave for worker C. Okay, moreover, worker C gets many type of benefits like provident fund, gratuity, everything. Okay, worker C may also get pension on his retirement. So all these are the benefits that worker C is getting. Now if I talk about worker D works in a grocery shop. Okay, he is a helper there of the owner. Now he has to work all the 7 days in a week. He has got no paid leave. If he takes leave, his money will be deducted, okay, from the wages that he will get. So there is no paid leave for him. Moreover, he does not get any further benefits like your medical benefits, provident fund, gratuity, all these things he does not get. Now these two workers are different. So as I said about worker C, so worker C is employed in an organized sector. Why I am calling it an organized sector? Because it has got certain terms of working. Okay, it has got some terms for working. Okay, or for getting employed, it has got certain terms. Moreover, the workers are registered under the government. Okay, the worker has to follow some rules and regulations, like the worker C has to enter the office at sharp 8:30 or before 8:30, and he has to leave at 5:30, not before that. Moreover, if the worker C works more than 5:30 in the evening, worker C will get overpaid, means he will get an extra payment for working overtime. Worker C is registered under the government. It is registered by the government, worker C, as worker C is in an organized sector. Worker C has to go through certain rules and regulations. Okay, worker C is engaged in a regular work. Worker C is engaged in a regular work. Okay, regular work means he is not under the fear that his job will go. So worker C is under a regular work. Okay. Moreover, worker C gets paid leave. Means Sunday he doesn't go to the office, or during the holidays he doesn't go to the office, but still he gets his salary. So he is under paid leave. Okay. Moreover, he gets various medical facilities, provident fund, gratuity. These benefits he gets. Now, so the worker C is engaged in an organized sector. So what is an organized sector? Where it is registered under the government, workers are registered under the government, or the employees are registered under the government, and they have to follow certain rules and regulations. They get regular work. Okay, they get paid leave, and they get various other benefits. Moreover, there are certain working terms and conditions also. Okay. Now, worker D is employed in an unorganized sector. Why worker D is employed in an unorganized sector? Because he is not under regular work. He may lose his work anytime. He may lose his work anytime. So he is not registered under the government. No rules and regulations he has to follow. He is not registered under the government. No rules and regulations he has to follow. He is not under regular work. That is, he may lose his work anytime. He does not get paid leave. If he takes leave due to sickness or anything or any health issues or any other thing, then the owner will deduct his wages. Okay, so worker D is not under paid leave. Okay, so this is the unorganized sector. So the unorganized sector is a sector where the workers are not employed under the government. Okay, there are no particular working terms or conditions. There is no particular working terms and conditions. There is no rules and regulations. They don't get any benefits like medical benefits, provident fund and gratuity, and moreover they are not in regular work. They may lose their work anytime. Now, maximum population is engaged in this unorganized sector, and a very small portion of the population is engaged in the organized sector. Children, very small portion is engaged in the organized sector, and large amount of the population is engaged in the unorganized sector. Means they are not under regular work. Maximum population is not under regular work, and they are under the fear that their work may go. Okay, so this is organized and unorganized sector. So a difference may come as a question that differentiate between organized and unorganized sector, or define organized and unorganized sector. Okay, or what are the benefits of organized sector over the unorganized sector? So these are the various 3 questions that may come from here.